Welcome back everyone to Montgomery County's Engage at Home, brought to you by the county's Caregiver Support Program. Our guest today is Bree from Senior Planet. Welcome Bree, could you please introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about Senior Planet?
Happy to. Thank you for having me. So yes, my name is Bree Clark, and I am the Program Manager of Senior Planet Montgomery. Senior Planet is a national program. We're actually sponsored by the nonprofit OATS, Older Adults Technology Services, which is based out of New York. And by virtue of having a network of Senior Planet geographies, we have a united force of people who are delivering programs for people 60 and older. So our mantra, the way we kind of operate, is that we harness technology to change the way we age. And so Montgomery County is my program's home base, but we're joined by programs in San Antonio, Texas, Palo Alto, California, the state of Colorado, and then we also have locations in New York City and then the North Country of New York. So locally in Montgomery County, we're funded by the county itself. And so we're fortunate to have county partners and to be able to work closely with them.
Wonderful. And I'll just get you to just tell us a little bit more, because I know that traditionally all of your classes were done in person, but now we're in that COVID era. You have pivoted so well and all your classes are virtual.
Yes. Yeah. Beforehand, we're only 4 years old. We just turned 4. And beforehand, our place of operation was fully remote. I work from my home, and we're benefited by having such a great network of senior centers and community centers and libraries in Montgomery County. And before COVID, what we did is we offered 5 and 10-week classes. So classes would meet twice a week. They were intended to be really intensive, but really impactful in what they offered. And then we also offered like one-off lectures and workshops for people who had technology skills, but wanted to be able to pick up skills along the way. So yeah, now that we've pivoted, things look a lot different. And I'm happy to explain kind of what we've done since then.
Excellent, Bree. Thank you so much. So could you tell us who is your Senior Planet audience?
Happy to. So, our audience is anyone 60 and older who wants to participate with our programs or in our programs. We tend to have people who have varying levels of skills. As we know, older adults are not just this monolith of people. People have work experience, or some haven't used tech before. So in terms of skill sets, we've got a great diversity in skill, but anyone 60 and older is who we target with our programming.
Oh, excellent. So when you introduced yourself, you shared how Senior Planet had operated pre-COVID. So a lot's changed. How and what are the type of classes that you are offering now?
Yeah. So I mentioned our network earlier. So before I touch on some of the other things we offer, Senior Planet Montgomery has been offering lots of popular tech topics as lectures. So anything from computer and internet basics to shopping online. We know that many of us are trying to use the internet to do what we did in person. So we really focus on some of those topics. The Internet of Things, right? We know that the technology available to us is making us more interested in knowing anything from wearables to the way the internet is enhancing our cities and homes. Social media, lowering your utility bill, which is made possible by a partnership with the Department of Environmental Protection. And then finding your voice online. We've seen a heightened need for advocacy and civic engagement, so we've been really trying to facilitate that. But most importantly, in order to do all those things, we've been using Zoom. So many organizations have been taking advantage of the video conferencing platform Zoom. And so in order to participate in these programs and really get the most out of them, we've been offering programs on using Zoom itself.
Mhm.
So obviously a barrier to getting onto Zoom in order to learn the platform and feel comfortable, but that's something we've been offering as Senior Planet Montgomery is really facilitating those hands-on learning experiences so that you can take advantage of the topic or area that you really care about. But we're super benefited from having this network of Senior Planet geographies. And if you have never been to Senior Planet before, I will go ahead and tell you that our fitness and exercise classes are some of the most popular lectures or programs that we're offering right now. So we have anything from chair yoga to stretch and balance. We have something called Fit Fusion, which is like a high energy exercise program. And then we're also offering some other kind of affinity group types of programs. So book clubs, movie discussions, we have special speakers. And so that's been just a huge benefit of having such a robust network that now that we're virtual, all those things are being offered online.
Absolutely. And I have been promoting Senior Planet diligently pre-COVID and definitely post-COVID, because I can see that what you're offering are gateway programs that allow people to keep fit, to keep healthy, to keep engaged.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for your support. That makes all the difference.
Yeah, thank you. So how do people join Senior Planet? Like, how do they get involved?
Yeah, you know, it might seem so simple that there feels like there's a catch, right? Our programs are offered for free. And so in person, you know, those are made possible by funding relationships. And that hasn't changed. Now that we're online, all of our programming is free. The biggest barrier in place is having an internet connection and a device. So if you've got a device that's internet enabled, you have an internet connection, even if it's through your smartphone, a mobile connection. If you go to our website, and particularly if you're a Montgomery County resident, if you go to seniorplanet.org/Montgomery, it'll take you right where the landing page you need to be. And once you're there, you'll see a long, long list of all the programs being offered, not just by us, but by other Senior Planet locations. And when you click on a program of interest, you'll see that there's Zoom information provided. And so if you're new to Zoom, I might be oversimplifying it, but it is as easy as clicking on the Zoom link that's provided. And if you have Zoom downloaded onto your device, you can actually enter a meeting ID that's been provided. So either vehicle will bring you to that program. You'll want to make sure you're paying close attention to the advertised time, because we are located all over the country. Make sure you pay attention to time zone if it's communicated. And other than that, you simply show up for the time of the program and get to participate from there. And depending on what the type of program is will depend on the interaction. But from there, you're welcome to just join and witness and listen. And some programs will provide more engagement than others.
Wonderful. So I think what would be awesome would be if you could take us on a tour of Senior Planet website.
I'm happy to.
So here we are, Bree. Wonderful website. Take it away.
Wonderful. So here we are at the Senior Planet website. You'll see it's seniorplanet.org is the way you access our website. As I mentioned, we do have a number of locations, and I want to highlight Montgomery County. If you simply click on Montgomery County under locations, you're taken to our landing page. A couple of things that are really important in terms of being aware of what we're providing and what you can tune into is if you click on this subscribe to our newsletter, this is going to be one of the best ways to stay tuned to what we're offering each week. We are getting a little better at planning further out now that things have become our new norm, but in the meantime, every Monday you will receive an email from us advertising what you can expect that week. So I do recommend signing up, and you can select Montgomery County here so that you receive that email from me, actually. Just to head back here to our main page, once you scroll down, you'll see an upcoming events button here that you can click on. And this is where you're going to find a long list of programs. One thing I can tell you just as a tip is you'll see there's lots of destinations. And if you're a Montgomery County resident, this is the only place you need to go to. You'll see that other Senior Planets programs are advertised on our page. So you'll see both programs advertised or hosted rather by Senior Planet Montgomery, and you'll see programs that are available to everyone. So I recommend coming here so that you're not having to go to multiple places. You'll see in the descriptions and the titles that things might be fairly straightforward, but what you want to do is to click on any text you see underlined so that you can get a little more information, and more importantly, so that you can actually find out the Zoom details so that you can tune in. So I'm going to scroll down here to a very popular program, Exploring with Google Maps. Simply click on Exploring with Google Maps. I'm going to scroll down here to see a number of important things, namely the time zone. Make sure you've noted the time zone is going to be offered in. You'll see a small description, and then importantly, you will see the Zoom web link that you'll want to use to access the meeting. And if you've never used Zoom before, a couple of things. One thing in particular, we are offering instructions in both English and in Spanish that you can access. If you have a printer at home, you can print them out and help you feel comfortable using Zoom as a first-time user. I'm going to go ahead and open it up so we can take a look. You'll see it's a document, so you can save it to your device, or again, you can print it out. And it's intended to provide a little bit of support for a first-time user or a beginner user so that they feel comfortable using Zoom. And you'll see here a screenshot of where you would put that meeting ID that we just saw in the description. So again, when you join a program or when you go to join a program, you can simply click or tap on this link, or you can open up Zoom and provide this meeting ID. So you'll see that a lot of our programs are going to look very similar. Most of our programs do not require registration. Occasionally, you'll see special programs where that's required, but for the most part, you can wake up every morning, check Senior Planet out and see what we're offering for the day and decide if there's a program of interest for you. A couple other things that are probably of interest, especially for people who've never been engaged with us before. If you go to the Senior Planet website, you'll see here that we have a national tech hotline, if you will. And so if you are a first-time or beginner Zoom user and you have questions about your device, or maybe you're having trouble logging on to Zoom, Zoom can be really wonderful, but it can be a barrier when we're trying to use it for the first time. I recommend calling this phone number. It's staffed by Senior Planet trainers, and you can receive some support in using your tech, right? Another thing, if I go back to our website, and I apologize, I'm jumping around, but all important things to take note of. If you go to our website, so our being the Senior Planet Montgomery landing page, you're going to see that if you need to be in touch with us, you can actually call our sort of location specifically at this phone number right here, 240-753-0676, and you'll have to leave a voicemail, and we'll get back to you if there's any particular needs about being a Montgomery County resident that we can be responsive to. Is there anything else, Lily, that we should highlight?
Yeah, so one of the things you talked about, which I think is really valuable, particularly in Montgomery County, is that a lot of the classes are also in English and Spanish. And on the upcoming events, and I really like the way you said that, it's probably best that folk do their navigation through the Montgomery County website on upcoming events.
Yeah, and so one thing we've done in particular, and it's something that we're working on making improvements so that it's easier to access, but right now what we've offered is this button up top. If you go to Montgomery County's Senior Planet landing page, if you click on this button right here, so events in Spanish, if you click on that, you will see upcoming programs being provided in Spanish. And so again, these are being offered by all geographies, not just Senior Planet Montgomery. And you will see in the future even more programs being offered in Spanish as we make that a more robust program offering.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So Bree, I notice at the top navigation bar, you have a tab that says COVID-19. Could you tell us all about that?
Sure. So if you're on our website, so seniorplanet.org, and you click on COVID-19 here at the top, you'll find that we have a list of probably important topic areas to being both stuck at home and trying to engage and take advantage of using technology. And so particularly here at the top, you'll see that we've provided some instructional videos and tutorials that I think you'll find helpful, especially if you're feeling a little intimidated by hopping on and using technology as a resource. So I recommend checking out each of these. If you scroll down, you'll see that we're shamelessly plugging upcoming events. But if you continue to go down, you'll see a couple of other areas. So we've created these stuck at home guides. So, you know, we recognize that we provide lots of great programs, but there's also other things out there. So we have highlighted some of those things here. We're highlighting ways in which that you can connect with friends. So again, our goal is to help people harness the power of technology to do what they want to do. So you'll see that as a running theme, both in the connecting with friends and then health and wellness, so that you can take advantage of both what we provide and also what the experts out there are providing on how to maintain a healthy lifestyle throughout all of this uncertainty.
So everyone who has been watching Engage at Home for a number of months know that I am a big fan of Senior Planet. And what I love about Senior Planet is that it is really designed for older adults. Doesn't matter if you're new or old to technology, you are going to find your place. The classes are free. Yay! And most importantly, these are within a non-profit context, and it is supported by Montgomery County government. So it means that you can trust the platform when you are engaging with Senior Planet. Our viewers are going to be able to enjoy themselves knowing that suddenly they're not going to get pitched to buy something. So we're near the end of our interview. Bree, what do you want our viewers to be thinking about and encouraging them?
Absolutely. You know, our goal is for people to have more access to tools to enhance their lives. And so I encourage all of you out there that if you've never engaged with Senior Planet, you check out our website, you sign up for our newsletter. And if you're still a little intimidated about being on camera and joining Zoom for the first time, there's so many ways to keep yourself distant and try to like step your toes into the water before you feel fully engaged. If you have never used Zoom before, you can turn your camera off. You can kind of maintain anonymity. If you're still trying to get your feet wet and you really want to participate, there's sort of a way in which that being virtual gives you that ability to maintain some distance. And our goal is to simply provide learning opportunities. We're not here to highlight any gaps or anything you have to learn yet. Our goal is to simply provide tools that help you enjoy your life. And so we hope you'll check us out. Hopefully you'll find a topic that intrigues you, that'll help sort of demystify who we are as Senior Planet, and now in this virtual realm that you can join us online.
Wonderfully put. And I think the piece that I keep on being amazed with Senior Planet, and particularly in this COVID era, is that you've now been, as you've mentioned, harness all of the amazing content that has been developed around the country, and that people can jump into something that's a leisure activity, or it could be about learning about telemedicine or safe banking. It's a space where people can have that whole person experience that's designed for older adults, and it's designed to be quality engagement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't have put it better.
Well, Bree, thank you once again. And I really want to praise you and the Senior Planet Oats team for all the amazing work that you're doing and the content that's being developed.
Thank you so much for having me.